Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. In this week's episode, I will be talking about how the open mic in Bray went. Uh, da, da, da. Yeah, a couple of people had to pull out that night at Bray, so one of the comics actually ended up in hospital. So the lineup was slightly changed, but was actually the people who replaced one of the comics. I actually know both of them. Um, and there's the computer again. Um, yeah. So one of the comics is Selma. The other one is Tui. I do. Yeah, Selma goes to Giggles Open Mic, and she does fake it improv with me. And Tui comes to Giggles quite a lot. So we, yeah, I went up first after the MC. There was two MCs that night. It was Chris O'Neill and Sean. Sean runs the Good Craic Open Mic down in Bray. Even Bray itself is a pretty nice town. I've never been there before, but like it's weird because I've been living in Ireland for over 20 years, but I've never been to Bray. It's a nice little spot. Um, actually, funny thing, I went to get food before the gig in Bray, and I was there with my older sister, and like we ordered food. Her food arrived, but my food didn't arrive for like half an hour. What ended up happening was that on the slip where our order was, the person put that in the done section, like the section, the slip that order was finished. So that's why there was a delay in the food, but it ended up being great because the manager gave us the food for free, and our bill came to we just literally he only literally just charged us for the drinks, which was like €14 because we gave both me and my sister free meals, which were over like €20 worth in value. So I'll definitely be going back to that place. Uh, Not because they gave us free food, but because the food was great, and it was really nice. And they didn't have to do that, but they did. So that was a great start to my gig in Bray. Um, the room itself in Bray, it's nice, but it's weird because it's Harbour Bar was a pub that was started in a house essentially. So I think it was established in 1836 or 37. So it's quite old. And the room is there's a big the chimney's in the middle of the house downstairs. So this was in the upstairs, essentially in the roof. But the chimney flue goes through halfway through the room, so it's kind of the room is divided in two. But they have like a big screen with a projector in the back on the other side of the chimney, so you could see the stage. So essentially, the room was cut in half, and it was. I've never performed in a room like that before, but it's nice that they put the projector up there so you can actually see the comic stuff like that. But the set itself went well. Actually, I think of somewhere here. Yeah, it was my set list. Yeah, we were doing. It was supposed to be 8 minute sets, and I was pretty spot on with my timing. I think I finished up at about 6:45 or so minutes, like not hours. I think I finished up about roughly about a minute left or so. But I don't know why, but I kind of got like nervous towards the end of my set and kind of started to fumble a bit because like when I do comedy, I like to just keep going and going and going and going. And if there's like a kind of a hindrance or a hiccup, I tend to kind of lose pace and then start to panic and stuff. So I did like an old joke that I hadn't done in ages. What I should have done really is actually promoted the podcast, which is what I usually do at the end of my sets. Um, but I mean, like my sister recorded that set. Her friend came along to it and she recorded it, so I have that footage. But I mean, I enjoyed myself. It was a nice room. Like it was, the atmosphere in the night was great. Um, the audience in Bray were, really supportive because it was kind of because it tends to be kind of an older crowd. So I was kind of worried some of my references. Well, like not that I have like strange references, but on the night there was a competition. The people who won it would go on through to perform in the Hardy Heart Pro Night. And that night, my friend Warren McIntyre and Janet Dunn both won. There was only one spot up for grabs, but because the voting was kind of so decisive, it was basically by applause that the whole Sean decided to let them both go through. So that was cool. Um, what else? What else? What else? I mean, like other than the fumbling towards the end, kind of getting nervous and stuff. All in all, it was a great night. Getting off the stage to that applause, I mean, really brought me back to kind of when I first started comedy, and then getting in the first or third time I did stand up, and that great applause. I mean, it's great getting off to that. Like, I mean, I had like I said, like brilliant time. Like, I mean, I just maybe I focused too much on the negative, kind of fumbling it towards the end. But I mean, even the joke I did tell at the end, kind because what happened was I was thinking of what joke I could tell. And I was kind of going and then because I brought this up in I left it in my back jeans pocket, so I just took it out and pretended to read from it, even though I had gone through all the jokes in this already. And then uh, I'm doing it again. But yeah, it was it was fine. Uh, I'm glad. Yeah, the material. Like I mean, I have this one joke about growing up with a kid from Germany in school, and it's a joke about not about World War Two, but it's a World War Two reference joke. Um, Actually, like I mentioned, Craig helped me restructure that joke a bit so it works a lot better now from his advice, which I greatly appreciate. And on the night, I talked to Sean as well about jokes. Um, he gave me some really good, solid advice about that I have a bit on my grandfather, and he said if you tighten that up, the bit will be better because it's kind of it's a story, but it's kind of a bit drawn out, and I said if you make it a bit snappier, so I'll definitely be working on that. But I mean that's it. I mean like Bray was great. I mean there's no two ways about it. But I think I kind of focused. I don't know, just kind of fumbling towards the end because I mean the set one was going well. Like I was getting a lot of laughs. Like the stuff I was saying, especially my Greta Thunberg joke. I really liked saying that joke because she's just fucking not a big fan of Greta. And like the bits I picked out, there was reasons why I picked them out because I knew that it would go down well. Like I mean, these really they work quite well elsewhere. So um, I will be oh, tomorrow night I'm gonna head back to. No, I'm gonna give comedy a breather for a while, for like 2 weeks, because I'm going next week. I'm gonna go see Tool. I can't wait. It's my first time to see Tool the band, and the week after that I'll be doing Stitch's new material night. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's gonna be really fun, because as you know, I've gone to Stitch's new material night as an audience member quite a lot. Well, I say audience member, I stand in the back with the comics, but I suppose an audience member. And what else? I mean, that's all the news really I have. I don't think there's anything else. Not that I can think of. Yeah, that's about it and what I have in my notes. But yeah, so that's this week's episode. And next week's episode I'll be out next week, obviously. And what else? Oh yeah, I can get this sticker here. It's merch that I sell. It's $2.50 including shipping and postage. If you want one, you can email me or go on my social media accounts and just send me a message there and I'll get one out to you. But anyway, that's this week's episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you another time. Bye bye.